I realized that the video that I put up about my experience at my audition was, I mean, it's just kind of rushed. It was kind of just to give you guys anything that I had at the time, but I've gotten a lot of like kind of specific questions, so I felt like I would do a video kind of any tips that I had, things that I wish I had known, or things I was glad I knew, that kind of thing. I'm going to try to like start at the beginning of the day and like work my way through. I guess the first step would be like sort of like getting prepared, like what to wear and that kind of thing. You don't have to like be like decked out in like dance attire, like yoga attire. I wore black leggings, a big t-shirt, and my Toms. So dance shoes are great if you have like ballet shoes, jazz shoes, whatever. Don't wear character shoes if you guys know what those are and have them. A lot of people were wearing those, and like they're heeled and they're awkward, and that's not the type of dance you're going to be doing, so don't wear your character shoes. Also, this may be TMI, but I feel like it needs to be said. If you guys sweat a lot, which I just gotta say it, I sweat like a man, and I'm afraid y'all are going to be like looking at my armpits now to like see if I have pit stains, which I probably do. Black is a really, really good color. Usually I'm wearing black because I sweat all the time. I had a sweatshirt on today so nobody could see. But there's a lot of arm stuff, and you're swinging your arms up, and that's just kind of one less thing to worry about. You're nervous, and you want to look your best, and if that's something that you're concerned about, I would suggest wearing black. Also, if you're a girl, bring a hair tie and either a headband or a bobby pin or something, because not only is your hair going to get in your face, and they want to see your face, but you're going to be sweaty, and so you're just going to, at one point, you're not going to care about what you look like. You're just going to be like, get this hair out of my face. Like, it is hot. So, yeah, just know that. As much as you want to look your best, like, don't spend a bajillion years doing your hair and makeup because, number one, you're going to get hot, sweat it all off, and your hair's going to go limp. And secondly, a lot of girls there were wearing a ton of makeup. And when you're going into an audition, you don't want to be wearing a whole lot of makeup because they're trying to visualize what character they can see you as. And if you go, oh, I want to be Snow, like so bad, I'm going to do my makeup like her, you may not know what they're looking for Snow. And you might be perfect for Aurora, but your makeup, like they can't, you need to kind of be as fresh of a palette as you can be. And I say that, and like my eye makeup is always pretty pronounced, but that's all I do. Like I'm not wearing any foundation. I would say just like chapstick, do, some eye stuff, whatever makes you feel pretty. Don't like go in there being like, oh my god, I have no makeup on and I feel hideous. Do whatever makes you feel confident, but don't overdo it, because they want to see you and what they can, do with you. Also, when you go into the room, it's always going to be really awkward because everybody in there wants it just as bad as you. And everybody's really kind of like judging everybody else. So it's pretty intimidating, especially if there's a lot of you. And I've heard the Orlando audition, sorry for those of you who are going to it, is the most crowded. Like there's a ton of people there. Don't let that throw you off. Like go in there and do your best. And it's none of your concern what other people are doing because you can't control that. Why worry about it? So just keep that in mind. Also, don't be that guy. Like, don't be that person. You know what I mean. Like, you can stretch. You can do anything that you need to forget about everybody. Get in the zone, whatever you gotta do. Don't be that person who gets up in front of everybody in front of the mirror, puts in their iPod, and starts, like, break dancing or doing, like, full-out ballet routine because you look obnoxious. Like, don't be that person. Because everybody sitting there is like, for real. It just looks... And then, okay, this is so horrible of me to say this, but there was someone doing that at the audition that I was at, and then they didn't make the cut. And then it was super awkward, because it was just, don't do that to yourself. Like, don't, it's super embarrassing. If you want to stretch, everybody else is stretching, so it's totally fine. Also, if you don't want to stretch, fine, don't stretch. But a lot of you guys also had questions about the style of dancing. The first dance literally is like 4 8 counts, maybe even less, of a parade dance. You learn it standing still, and it's literally, we marched 4 times, then we did like a box step, like a square step with our doing something with our hands, and then we skipped 4 times, and then did something else with our hands, and that was it. And we learned it stationary, which I was so good at, but then we started moving, and I couldn't handle it. So you go back in like lines of 5, and you do that combination 3 times across the floor. And that's your audition. Yeah, once we started putting movement to it, I just like couldn't control my limbs, and it was just bad, but just smile, whatever. It's completely fine. So the first one is just like parade type dancing. The second one, if you make the cut, is a little bit of everything. They're also auditioning parade performers. They want to see who really can dance. So it starts out pretty simple, and then it gets really difficult, and it's all kinds of dance. Mostly it's like a bunch of jazz, a bunch of jazz hands and a bunch of like, woohoo, yay, Disney. And then there's a bunch of, at the end, it goes into ballet. Like there was some piqué turns and chassés. So don't worry about it. Everybody kind of sucks it up unless you're like legit dancer. And they know that. They're just trying to see who they need to look for parade performers, like who they could use as dancers. But yeah, that dance, and it's really long too. You'd be like, all right, I got this, and then he'd like keep going, and I literally was just like, when is this gonna stop? Like, this is ridiculous. Another thing I would suggest is having a water bottle in the room, because during the first round, you're kind of going in and out a lot, so you can stop by the water fountain, but during that second round, you're all in the room the whole time, and you're gonna get hot and stinky and sweaty, and you're gonna want some water. Like, I probably would have done horrible things just to, like, have somebody's water bottle. Like, no joke. So, have a water bottle in the room with you, just because you may not be allowed to. I don't know what your venue is gonna look like, but you may not have the luxury of going to the water fountain a lot. I didn't. So, also, about getting ready, don't, like, Disney-fy everything. This is an audition. There were 2 girls there that had the cutest Mickey Mouse shirts on. They were, like, neon colored, and they were adorable, and they were wearing matching ones. So cute. But it kind of looks like creepy fangirly if you do that, and I've heard this from other people at other auditions. Don't wear Disney stuff, because I don't know why it's that big of a deal, because like for me, I'd be like, oh, they love Disney. Apparently it's kind of a no-no. Obviously, if you're great, they're not going to care, but it does, for some reason, look kind of weird. So, if you have a really cute Minnie Mouse t-shirt, wear it to your date on Friday night. Don't wear it to your audition. Yeah, I would also suggest just be as friendly as you can, because everybody there's nervous, everybody there looks kind of standoffish, but you'll meet some really great people. I met a girl who, this was going to be her 3rd college program. She had so many pieces of advice for me, things to talk to me about, and then I met a girl who was already accepted for attractions too, and she's going to be down there, and so I'll get to see her, and it's a really cool opportunity to just kind of meet people, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions. That I'm just trying to think of what I wish I'd known or what I was glad that I knew. You can bring a headshot and a resume if you would like. They will take it if you make the cut. If not, they won't take it. I didn't have one. They take your picture anyway. I don't know why I didn't bring one. I usually do, but Disney doesn't usually look at them or take them. I think it's just if you're not pleased with the way you look at that time and you're like, I want them to see me looking sexy, here's my headshot. That's kind of what that's for. Also, random, but I've gotten a few requests for, like, how I do my eye makeup, which, of course, today looks terrible. But I feel like a makeup tutorial would be easier than, like, trying to tell people what I do. Do you guys want that? Like feedback? Would people watch that? Because I've gotten a few requests for it, but I'm super low maintenance. Like, I never do makeup tutorials. Good thing about it, if I did, it would last like 5 minutes, and you're done. But just give me feedback on that. I don't really know. Keep me posted on y'all's Disney journeys. I'm getting messages from you guys, and I love it. I love hearing what you guys are up to, and let me know if there's anything else you need to know.